everybody, it's Anna. Time for the Wednesday card and this week's tarot story. Today we have the Two of Swords. So yesterday's card was the Two of Wands. So clearly we're getting a message this week about the need for rooting in or germination. Like I mentioned yesterday, the two is the second step in the 10 card trajectory, and it is about the seed is in the ground and now the seed is buried. We can't see it. And so the work is underground, and the underground work is the rooting in of the seed, which takes time, right? So we're resting and waiting for that seed to get a nice root on it and to poke its little sprout up. That's the next step, is the 3. But right now it's underground. So swords are connected to the mind. They're about ideas, beliefs, mindsets. So when this card shows up, it tells us the mind is in the rooting in or the germination point of its work. And so again, just like yesterday was the Two of Wands, we talked about this is an internalized movement. We're trying to create some stability, some rooting in before we move forward. So this card shows a woman who's blindfolded. She's got crossed swords. This card can often show up when we're in the middle of a crossroads. We have to make a choice or a decision, but we're feeling stuck in making that decision. But so we can't see properly what our options are. Now, I think the reason this is rooting in is what we're doing here is the mind either gets locked up in its own confusion. It doesn't know what to do. It's stuck. It's trying to make decisions, it's trying to pick a path, but it can't, which makes sense because this is the 2-step, right? This is not the time for action steps. This is the time for orienting and rooting in. So the key to this card, I think, is behind this lady, and it's an ocean. Water in the tarot is connected to intuition, right? It's about listening to that sort of spiritual energy that the mind has to learn how to partner with. Because the truth is, the mind, even if it can try to project in the future and guess what's going to happen, but that's just guessing. And unless you are a linear creative or a linear intuitive, your mind's almost always going to guess wrong. Because with creative intuitives, heart and body intuitives, the path is pretty much invisible to you until you are walking on it, which means the mind wastes a lot of time trying to guess what's going to happen next. And in this case, the mind is actually locked up. By itself, it can't make a decision. But if it will learn how to partner with intuition, if it will learn how to walk in faith, to let intuition take the reins and guide it, now we're rooting in to an alliance that's going to be important moving forward. Because the further you go into the path, you hit new challenges, you hit new thresholds. The mind and intuition need to be working together in partnership, or the mind's going to kind of on a regular basis sabotage our work. Not because it's trying to, but because it doesn't understand what we are doing. And that's actually one of the first steps I take with almost all my clients, is creating an intentional alliance between the mind and the intuition. So I feel like that's what this card is. If the mind can root into this relationship with intuition and can be a partner with intuition, it will be stabilized for the path moving forward. If we skip this point, if the mind just jumps into action, just kind of skips it over entirely and just picks a path and just barrels down that path, chances are it's going to make a mistake and you're going to use a lot of energy and time that ends up not really going where you want to get to. So that's our second 2 card for this week. See you tomorrow for our next one. Bye.